Hello friends, and welcome back to another Pick a Card tarot reading. This reading is about the energies surrounding us this February. Before we get started, I do want to take the opportunity to ask you to subscribe to my channel. We have been growing and I love seeing all these new members of our positive spiritual community. I appreciate you all so much, more than words can say. So just a very big thank you for all of my new subscribers. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So without further ado, let's get into this tarot reading. So here are our piles. This is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Today we are talking about the energies surrounding February. So listen to your intuition and listen to what you are being drawn to. Which pile are you drawn to? Each of these top cards is a crystal card, which I will be revealing momentarily if that helps you make your decision. So pile 1 is the lapis lazuli. Pile 2 is the malachite. And pile 3 is snowflake obsidian. I'm going to say right off the bat, guys, this February is going to be an emotional month for all of us. I can't say whether that is positive or negative right now, but very emotionally concerning stones. Like all of these stones will help balance your emotions in different ways and help you tap into your emotions in different ways. So I have a feeling February is going to be a very emotional month. But anyways, pile 1 with the lapis lazuli, pile 2 with the malachite, pile 3 with the snowflake obsidian. Let's get into the tarot reading for pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. So you picked the pile with the lapis lazuli, and I do actually have a small piece of lapis right here. Lapis lazuli is a water stone, as you can probably tell by the imagery on this card. If you're into astrology, it is ruled by its correspondence is the planet of Mercury. So lapis lazuli is actually a very strong calming stone. If you find that you are prone to anger or prone to react really quickly, then lapis lazuli might be something that you want to keep in your collection, keep on your person, because it will really help you to kind of slow down those emotions and respond over react. So, you can keep a little stone like this in your pocket, in your purse. Some women carry stones in their bras. And it's just there to help kind of neutralize that anger and frustration. But it's also just a good reminder to slow down and not to react in the moment. So I'm going to leave that right there, and we will get started on your tarot reading. So this month I did purposely choose to use less decks because I find I have a lot of new tarot readers who have come to my channel, and I don't want to give the impression that you have to have a bajillion and one decks. You don't. I have chosen one tarot deck and an oracle deck as well as my gem deck. But you can do readings with one deck, with 2 decks, with 3. You don't need to have all sorts. I like to use an assortment just because I have them, and I have them because I'm doing this channel. So don't feel like you can't get clear messages from just tarot cards or just our oracle cards. Do what works for you. You don't have to go out and spend all of your money. I read with just one deck of tarot cards for a very long time. So anyways, let's get started about the energies surrounding you this February. So we have the Hanged Man, the Empress, the Queen of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Okay, first of all, guys, if you're looking to get pregnant, or if you're looking to not get pregnant, make sure you're taking the appropriate steps. We have both the Empress and the Queen of Cups. This is very fertile energy. So make sure you take the appropriate actions based on what you are wanting. This could be a very good month if you are wanting to conceive, but if you are not wanting to conceive, just make sure you are taking the actions to prevent it. This could also represent the fact that it is February, it is Valentine's Day, so lots of loving energy coming in February. But we also have the Hangman, which is a change of perspective. So this could be finding a new connection with your partner, perhaps finding a new partner, perhaps even just realizing that, you know what, you are okay without being attached to a significant other. With the Page of Cups here, this is very innocent, juvenile kind of energy. This could be in relation to the fertile energy, you know, like a youthful spirit coming into your life, a baby. But this could also just be that you are embracing new ideas. You are embracing new ideas this month. If you look at this Page of Cups, he's got a fish in his cup. And he's just looking at it and he's like, I've got a fish. That's interesting. I'm gonna work with it. I'm gonna use it. This is what I have, and I'm gonna go forward. You know, he's not being judgmental of that fish. He's not thinking he needs to have more than that fish. He's intrigued by this fish in his cup. And that really plays in with this Hanged Man energy. It's a change of perspective where you might have once thought, ew, there's a fish in my cup. Or, why do I only have one fish? You're now going, wow, I've got a fish, and that's really cool. So this could be, if we're going back to the love interest, this could be that you realizing that there's someone in your life who you do have a deep connection with, someone that you may have overlooked in the past, but now you're starting to kind of open up to new possibilities and new ideas. This could also really relate to business as well, in the same sense where you have opportunities that you've been overlooking, but really they will open the door to a whole bunch of new ideas. And then with this Four of Pentacles here, this is you hoarding. This is you keeping things safe. This could, again, also relate to a potential pregnancy with, you know, keeping your womb safe, keeping your nest safe, and, you know, like nesting towards the end of a pregnancy, making sure everything is in place and working to, you know, make everything the way it needs to be. But honestly, as a mom of four, I'm going to tell you that nothing is ever as it needs to be. Things always happen. Things always change. And so this is telling me that it's time to see the bigger picture. Like, it's okay if laundry's not done. It's okay if, you know, you don't have everything in place for when this baby arrives. But this also just more of a general message for everyone is that it's okay to not have everything planned out. It's okay to not have your finances exactly where they need to be. It's okay to not be in the perfect position at your job. It is about changing this perspective to live in the moment, which actually really reflects with this lapis lazuli. I'm feeling like there's this change of perspective from being very reactive to becoming very responsive, and almost gaining a new level of responsibility, a new level of love for yourself this month. That also might be what this Empress and Queen of Cups energy is telling us, that you will be stepping into this energy, this embracing, loving, nurturing energy, and really reflecting upon that for yourself. This isn't about giving love to others for some of you. This is about realizing that you are deserving of the love that you want, and understanding that in order for you to receive the love you want, you have to first give it to yourself. Okay. And then we have the card of the Gentle Gardener. I don't want to keep talking about pregnancy, but man, I feel like definitely some of you are going to be conceiving, having babies, something. I mean, gardening is all about planting the seeds for the future. So now that I've said that, this might also not be a physical baby, but it could also be planting the seeds for a new project, a new adventure, a new lifestyle, health goals, whatever. It's whatever you're aiming for. It's this month is time to plant the seeds. It is time to start getting that plan in place to be able to reach your dreams. It's a change of perspective. It's no longer you saying, I'll do it tomorrow. It's no longer you saying, I'm not worthy of that. It's you going, you know what? If I want this to happen, I need to plant the seeds. I need to take my future into my own hands. And this Gentle Gardener is reminding you, with the key word being gentle, that you need to have lenience on yourself. You need to not get mad at yourself when things don't go as planned. You need to give yourself this nurturing, loving energy as new projects and new ideas and new opportunities come into your life. Then we have the card of the dry desert. And I feel like this is energy you are stepping out of. This is an energy of lack. And with this Hanged Man, with this change of perspective, you're going from seeing your opportunities as this dry desert into seeing it as this lush, fertile landscape. It's leaving this hoarding mentality because there's not enough. It's leaving this behind with the change of perspective. And instead of seeing this as only one fish, you're seeing it as, oh my gosh, that's a fish, right? It's seeing the abundance in what you have and reflecting upon your circumstances and realizing that you have a lot. You have not only just in this physical realm, but in emotional realm, in the spiritual realm, you have a lot. And right now, they might only be little seeds, but you have it within you to nurture and to water and care for and, just allow those seeds to grow into beautiful plants, beautiful flowers, into crops, into whatever it is that you imagine those seeds becoming. So this month, it's about taking action, but it's also about doing it from a place of love and not from kind of this lack mentality and this anger that you may have existed in the past. It's letting go of that and moving into this new energy. This might take a lot of shadow work on your part. This might take a lot of reflection. This might take a lot of really subconscious work to be able to transform your story from this desert into this lush meadow. But you are planting the seeds this February. You are changing your mindset to see the seeds as something viable as opposed to just something that you could throw away. Like if you have, say a tomato, you could if you scoop out the inside of the seeds because you only want the flesh of the tomato, you could throw those seeds away. You could compost them, or you could clean them and you could dry them and you could plant them in the spring. And then you would potentially get this abundance of tomatoes if you treat them properly. But first you need to be able to treat yourself properly so that you can move past a kind of lack mindset and a lack mentality to be able to see these possibilities in front of you. Again, it's this Page of Cups. it is all about his mindset, whether he thinks having that fish is important or not. Either way, he has the fish. But does he think of it as like, ew, there's a fish in my cup? Or does he think of it as, oh, there's a fish in my cup? You know? It's just changing the way that you see things. And in every moment, you have the opportunity to choose how you react. Sure, we can't control all the opportunities that happen to us, but we can always control how we react when we make that choice to be able to make that decision. Okay, pile number 1, so that is my reading for you. I do also want to take this moment to ask you to subscribe, because I have a reading for In Bulk coming up, which is all about planting seeds for the future. And I think it would resonate with you guys, really help you guys. So if you want to see that reading, it will be coming up after the February Zodiac readings. So hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on that, okay? Love, light, and happiness to all of you. Have a fantastic day. Bye, pile number 1. Hello, pile number 2. Those of you who picked the pile with the malachite stone. So malachite is an earth element stone, and its astrological correspondence is Jupiter. I do actually have a piece of malachite right here. It is a beautiful stone. I absolutely love these colors. And malachite is a wonderful stone to help with communication, with verbal expression, especially when it comes to the spiritual realm. I like to use this stone when I'm meditating, especially when I'm doing shadow work. It really helps to allow me to focus on my perspective around things. And it helps me to look past the fear that I might be feeling and move into more grounding energy towards whatever I might be fearful of. So if you're feeling like you need to be grounded, if you're feeling like fear and anxiety is overcoming you this month, maybe malachite is something that you would like to add to your collection, or just remembering that grounding energy. There are lots of other grounding stones as well. This could also just mean, you need to get out into nature more this month. So before I start with your cards, I do want to point out that this month I have chosen to only use a very limited number of decks. I have a lot of new tarot readers that have discovered my channel, and I don't want to give the impression that you always have to use lots and lots of decks. I read with simply tarot cards for many, many years before I branched out my collections to different tarot decks and into oracle cards. I like to use a combination of both on these readings just to be able to get you the most in-depth possible, but don't think that you can't just use one. So we're going to start with your tarot cards today. Today we're talking about the energy surrounding you for the month of February. So we have the Star, the King of Cups, the Emperor, the Devil, the Tower, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is why you need the malachite. Things are going to be stirred up this month, but I'm seeing like things are changing for the best, but in the moment it might be something that is going to be hard for you to deal with. I don't know if this is a relationship, career, friendship. This could also just be you doing shadow work and bringing up things that are hard for you to deal with, bringing up past hurt, past experience. But it is you working through these things. So yeah, group number 2, definitely get some malachite or other protective grounding stones. I've even got some black tourmaline here, which might be something you want to use. So we have the Tower card here, and this is, this is change. This is something that's shaking you down to your core. But I'm feeling like this is something intentional. This is a decision that you're making for a reason. It might be something that's getting you out of your comfort zone. It might be something that is, it might be something that you're not wanting to do, but you understand that doing this is best for you. And that's where this Devil card kind of plays in. This is you kind of going back and forth, going like, well, like I'm comfortable where I am, like everything is okay where I am. And yes, I know things will get better if I do that, but it's going to be hard if I do that. It's this give and take between the angel and the devil on your shoulder. And really discussing it through with yourself. You could also discuss this with, friends, family, people you trust and you love. But ultimately, this decision is going to come down to something inside of you. With this Ace of Swords and the Star, even with this Emperor here, I'm feeling like this change is something that you are doing to really reach your dreams. Even the King of Cups. Like this is a lot of positive energy. I feel like when you can work through this and make the decision to do this, then things are just going to start changing. Your dreams are really going to start becoming reality, and you're going to kind of shift into this whole new level of consciousness in terms of your confidence. You're going to be a lot more confident in yourself emotionally, spiritually, physically. Like it's this whole new realm because you have made this decision to do something for yourself. And that might also be where the discomfort is that you're feeling like you're going to have to disappoint someone else in order to reach your dreams. Whether this is letting go of a friendship, ending a relationship, not necessarily like a romantic relationship, but ending like perhaps a business partnership, moving on to a new position in work. It's you letting go and feeling like you're going to disappoint someone by doing that. But it's not about disappointing someone else. If you stay in this energy, you're disappointing yourself. And when you move into this new energy, I don't know if this move is actually going to happen in February or if you are putting the foundation in place to make this shift. But there's all sorts of good things coming to you. With this Ace of Swords is what's making me think that it might be just an opportunity, an idea, or something is kind of being handed to you. Like we've got the hand of God handing you this sword. I feel like this kind of lower part of this is what is going to be happening this month. This is going to be the energy shift this month. And this is more what you're going to be able to expect in the coming months when you've made this shift. But again, it's this Tower energy that is surrounding you this month. And it's not necessarily a negative thing, but it is about looking inside and building up these new foundation, these new walls, these new skills in order to knock that tower down and move forward. But there is something you guys need to work through in relationship to this change. This could be some shadow work as to whether you feel like you are worthy of this energy. Like I feel like this is something that you've wanted for a long time and you've just never felt you are deserving or worthy of it. But something is going to happen this month. Your energy is going to shift to the point that you feel like, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. This is what I need to do, and I am going to put the steps, the energy in motion to be able to reach this. Okay? Yeah, we have the card of the deep freeze, and I feel like that is the energy that you are in currently. You just feel frozen and stuck in place. And this is a very metaphorical deep freeze. It's not literal. I mean, honestly, right now when I'm filming this, it's like negative 36 outside, so I am literally in a deep freeze. But because of that, I am taking the opportunity to stay home and do a lot of filming. So, it's about when you feel stuck in something, it's about what can you do? Okay, I'm feeling stuck here, but what can I do within this physical restraint? What can I do within this emotional restraint? What can I do within this spiritual restraint? And it's about understanding that you do have the power to change and work through that restraint. Or you might just need to be like, you know what? This restraint is no longer holding me back, and I am just knocking it down. I am knocking it out of my way. You're getting a flamethrower and just heating up the environment. Yeah. Okay, this is interesting. We have the card of education. So maybe what is shaking your foundation is something you are learning. Maybe this sword that you are being given to, swords are very intellectual energy. So maybe you are being given the opportunity to learn something. You're given the opportunity to go back to school. You could be given the opportunity to grow as a human being. So it might be this education that you need to overcome this. And this doesn't have to be a formal education. This could be reading books, listening to videos, podcasts on the subject that you're interested in. It is about learning how to get to this energy. What kind of skill sets do you need to get to this energy? What kind of mindset do you need to get to this energy? What kind of just who do you need to be to get here? When you envision yourself here, what are you doing? What skills do you have? What tools are in your toolbox? Both physically and metaphorically. What has gotten you here? And then go back to work on the education. And then we have magic prayer. And this to me is a card of manifestation, especially in the context of this reading. This is you visualizing this energy and analyzing and really feeling this energy. Whether this is you waking up in the morning and just before you open your eyes, just taking some deep breaths and visualizing how you want the day to go. Visualizing something you want to learn, something you want to do, something you want to create. And then at the end of the day, really focusing on gratitude for what you are able to accomplish. Even if you didn't get that whole to-do list or that whole ideal day done. Things happen. But it's at the end of the day, being grateful for what you are able to do, being grateful for what you are able to learn to overcome. So manifestation and visualizing, I feel, is really going to be an important part in your transformation to get out of this energy, especially this devil energy. This could also be like a sleep hypnosis, or even just a subliminal kind of messages, whether you make your own or whether you, there's a whole bunch of subliminals on YouTube, or subconscious meditations, like dream meditations that help to reprogram your subconscious mind to the mindset that you want to achieve. So that could be even in relation to that. It's about getting over this devil energy and realizing that this is within your future. Okay, pile number 2, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Love, light, and happiness to all of you. I hope you enjoyed this tarot reading. Have a fantastic day. Bye. Hello, pile number 3, those of you who picked the Snowflake Obsidian. Snowflake Obsidian is an air element stone, and its astrological correspondence is Libra. So, Snowflake Obsidian, I've actually got a little piece right here. Snowflake Obsidian is actually a great stone for when you are trying to become aware of your emotions, when you want to do some emotional work, whether it's letting go, whether it is working to change the story that you're telling yourself. It's just a great little stone to have on hand to kind of keep you in check with what your emotions are, and just as a great reminder to check in with your emotional self. It's also great if you're wanting to work through emotional blocks, frustrations, and to really help see your inner beauty as well. Is another use for Snowflake Obsidian. So I'm just going to put that there. Before I get started on today's reading, I do want to point out that I am only using 3 decks today. I'm using a tarot deck, an oracle deck, and then my gem oracle deck. And the reason I have made the conscious decision to do this is because there are many new tarot readers who have found my channel, and especially like my tarot reviews, and they feel like they need to have more cards than they have. But honestly, I started reading tarot with simply a tarot deck. It wasn't until I had been reading for many, many years before I even branched out into buying a second deck. And then many more years after that before I branched into oracle cards. I like to have a large collection because I am aiming to do this professionally. I do want this channel to reach lots of people. I do like to do personal readings as well. And I like to tap into different people's energies by using different decks. But if you're just reading for yourself, you're just getting started, one tarot deck or one oracle deck is all you need. Okay? So with that information, let's get into this tarot reading about the energies surrounding you this February. So we have the Ace of Wands, the Page of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands, the 7 of Cups, and the 9 of Swords. Okay. So this month I'm feeling like you guys are really doubting yourself, which might be why you need some Snowflake Obsidian. This is very emotional energy, but it's also very transformative emotional energy. I'm feeling like this is where we're starting out, okay? You're starting out kind of in this dark place. You're feeling like, you know what, even with this card, it's a dark place, but it's very reminiscent of something that has happened in your childhood. You're really stuck in the past with something that has happened. And you're not wanting to let go of this. You're just kind of existing in this state and not wanting to deal with these emotions. You know, the emotions are coming up and you're just like, you're suppressing them. You're not wanting to work through them. You're not wanting to deal with them. But I feel like for you in February, there's going to be this newfound idea that you don't have to be who you were in the past. You don't have to be defined by your past. And you're going to be able to start letting go of these energies. I feel like this is going to involve a lot of shadow work for you. It's going to be a lot of working through why you feel this way and then kind of giving the energies back to who it belongs. Like if you look at this person, like this person is giving that cup to this person. And now this is kind of a jovial scene. But what I'm feeling for you is that you are isolating negative things that were said to you in your childhood, in your earlier years, in your past. This might not even be childhood. This could be your teenage years. This could be your early 20s. You know, it's going to depend on your life, your circumstances, and how old you currently are. But this is energy of the past, and it's you looking through and reminiscing on things that still come up in your mindset. Like, you know, that person who told you you weren't enough, that person who told you you weren't beautiful enough, that person who told you you were too fat, whatever. And it's about looking back on that and saying, you know what? This is not my opinion of myself. I am not too fat. I am not who that person thinks I am. I am me. I am perfect the way I am. I can always grow. I can always improve. But in this moment, I am perfect the way I am. And I love myself for who I am. And I'm just going to give that energy right back. Someone else's opinion of me is not my opinion of me. And it's like you're hoarding these negative things that have been just spewed, you know, like blah, like verbal diarrhea into your life. And you're holding on to them, but they're not your opinion. They are someone else's opinion. And this month, like, I feel like this is where we're starting, but this is where you're going, okay? This month, this Ace of Wands and this Page of Wands, they are giving you inspiration to move past this energy. But it's also understanding the energy that you're putting out to this universe. Some of you might have noticed that you have become very judgmental in the past little bit because of this negative emotions that you feel for yourself. Like you have had so much negative thrown at you that you just give negative out now. But it's a newfound enlightenment, a newfound self-respect that you're going to try giving out positive, even if this is giving a smile to someone as opposed to giving a frown. You know, you've given so many people frowns, but you want to give them smiles, and you need to start by giving yourself smiles. Every time you walk past a mirror, when you catch yourself in that mirror, smile at yourself. Start by giving yourself the energy that you want to give others and the energy that you want to receive. We have this gentleman here working so hard on his pentacles. And this is telling me that, you know, attempt 1, attempt 2, attempt 3, attempt 4, attempt 5, attempt who knows how many. They might not be perfect. But it's not about giving up when things aren't perfect. It is about understanding why you're even doing this in the first place. Tapping into this Ace of Wands and Page of Wands energies and understanding what your motivation is, what your inspiration is for wanting to improve your situation. It's about wanting to get out of this energy. It's about wanting to put this wand back and just move forward. You know, it's like, I don't need these. I'm perfectly fine by myself. I'll just put these back, return them to the earth, and move forward. But this imagery is also interesting because he's holding on to that one stick so tightly. And I feel like that is the negative that you are holding on to so tightly. The energy of these other sticks might be so different, but you're holding on to that so tightly. You're holding on to that frown so tightly. So give those other ones a try. Give that smile a try. Give that compliment a try. You know, like if you see someone out in public wearing a really nice shirt that you really honestly like, instead of being like, oh, I wish I had that shirt, pick a different wand and go, I really like your shirt. Where did you get it? Give them a compliment, you know, and have it be from the heart. Really speak your truth about why you want. I mean, you don't have to like spill your guts over why you want that shirt. But, you know, like when you see someone else and you feel, say, jealousy towards something, like, say that shirt, you're like, oh, I wish I had that shirt. I don't have the money to get that shirt. I'd look fat in that shirt. I don't have the coloring to do, you know, stop. Stop that negative talk. Pick a different one and instead go, I really like your shirt. Where did you get it? You know, start by complimenting other people, and then instead of saying, "Oh, I'd probably look terrible in that shirt," find out where they got it. Go try it on. You might look amazing in that shirt, but you won't know if you're giving out this negative energy. So we have the card of flying. This is about changing your perspective. If you look at the bottom of this card, I'll hold it up for you. There's a labyrinth down here. And right now you are stuck in that labyrinth. That's what this energy is. You are stuck in that labyrinth, that maze, and you can't get out of it. But you are this beautiful winged horse. You have the ability to fly over, to escape the maze, to see the end, to, lift yourself up out of this energy. This horse here, this is this Ace of Wands. This is this Page of Wands. This is new inspiration, new confidence, new self-love. And I feel like this self-love energy is going to benefit you so much this month. Ooh, we have the card of the Dragon's Lair. And this is where you need to escape. This is where you have been feeling like you are stuck. And again, you are this flying horse. You can escape this dragon's lair. And this is interesting too. We have the One Ring Circus and this person stuck on this elephant on this stone in the middle of the ocean. It's you feeling so incredibly stuck, so incredibly stagnant, and really wanting to work through it. And I feel like this February, something is going to shift. I'm going to lift these cards up so they are on top, because this is the energy that is going to be coming into your life. This wand energy. This could be someone coming into your life that's going to bring this new level of confidence, because they see the goodness inside of you. They see the love inside you. They see the truth inside of you. And through them, you will be able to see it for yourself. If you look at this page here, he is just marveling at the little sprouts coming out of his wand. He's just marveling and seeing the beauty, right? And this wand is you. This is someone seeing your beauty. This might even be you being able to step outside of yourself to see this beauty. But if you look at this energy, this gentleman does not see the beauty in these wands. He does not appreciate their value. But it's stepping into this energy. It's almost like you're going to be given a new sense of self. I'm really sensing that these wands is kind of your identity, your sense of self. And you're holding on to your negatives. But something this month, whether this is a shift within you, whether this is someone you are meeting, whether this is an idea that you're hearing, you're going to start focusing on the fact that your wands are blossoming, that you are blossoming, that every moment you are becoming a better version of yourself, that in every moment you are aligning with who you want to be, and you're taking steps to get out of that labyrinth, out of that maze, out of this darkness. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to happen overnight. But with little steps here and there, with little, shifts, instead of seeing this dragon's lair as this imposing, icy cave of darkness, see its beauty. Perhaps that dragon isn't actually mean in any way. Perhaps that dragon is going to be the creature that will allow you to soar on its back, to find new opportunities. But it's that mindset shift that if you're always just focused on the darkness, that is what you're going to see. I think that's all I have for you. Pile number 3. Just remember this month that we can always choose how we respond to situations. We can't always help and we can't always control what happens to us, but we can help how we can control how we respond. So if someone says something negative to you, you can get offended, you can get hurt. And I'm not saying those feelings are not valid, but you could also choose to ignore what those people are saying. You can also choose to empower yourself when someone says something negative. Say someone doesn't like the shirt you're wearing. Well, it doesn't matter because they don't have to wear that shirt. If you love that shirt, then you rock it. You wear it and you be who you are. It doesn't matter anyone else's opinion about it. Okay? I want you to really tap into this powerful wand energy, this spiritual driving force that will help you kind of move past reaction into responding. And even if you can't respond, it's about not reacting and removing yourself from the situation and removing that energy. You don't need this negative energy in your life. Okay? It's about moving forward. It's about taking the steps to get out of where you're feeling trapped. And there's a whole bunch of energy about you feeling trapped. But there are ways that you can escape this energy. Okay? We love you. Okay? Even, I'm going to mess this up. Ho'oponopono, something like that. It is, I will link it. I will put it down in the comments below, the word I am thinking of and what it is. But it's a new form of, not a new form, it is a form of meditation where you say, thank you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you. I think I got that order wrong, but it's just about changing your mindset and working on self-love. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please hit the subscribe button and I will see you in the next reading. Love, light, and happiness to all of you who picked pile 3. Have a fantastic day. Bye.